Hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday Night Fireside on
the amendments of the Constitution, which, by the way, 4 of them are being violated even as we speak.
Our governors have taken the line that it's above their pay grade to even know what they're protecting for us. This is exactly what they're protecting for us, and they think it's above
in their job
pay
description.
grade. It's in their job description in the Constitution.
To protect us as a people.
To protect our rights as a people. We're going to read those rights to you tonight.
All right, Amendment 1. It's the first one that's being violated
Across the board.
completely right now. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people peaceably to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances.
The government is executing a lot of grievances right now. They are prohibiting us from gathering to protest those grievances, and they are
prohibiting us from gathering peaceably as a congregation of Christianity.
In other words, enforcing secularism, which is the religion in denial.
All right, Amendment 6?
That's
No.
8.
8. My bad. Amendment 8. Excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishment inflicted.
Excessive fines have been being imposed for violating measures like, shelter in place, or
buying non-essential goods,
or, I think someone was even fined for not wearing a mask in public in, was it New York City, or was it Los Angeles, California?
But hey, it's happening.
It's happening.
All right, Amendment 9. The enumeration of the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people.
In other words, the responsibilities of the governor, or I should say the executive or representative, should not be construed to suppose that they can violate any of the rights of the people.
And we have governors and senators,
and representatives.
Well, representatives of all, everywhere, saying that they have the legal right
to violate
our rights.
Our rights.
Amendment 10. The powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states respectively or to the people.
So, in other words, we the people are the most powerful the most powerful level of government here in the United States. Our governors and our mayors should be reading the job description of the president, because that's pretty much what they're limited to if they want to govern properly.
And by the way, if we're all supposed to be wearing masks in public and forced to be wearing masks as workers in the field, why are not the governors senators, mayors, presidents even, why aren't they wearing masks?
The reason is, masks are uncomfortable.
They cause anxiety. At least for
And
me.
you get less oxygen into your blood when you wear them.
I'm gonna turn it over to you, since those are the 4 major ones that I marked that are getting violated, and you can do
Those are getting violated. These
are the ones
are
that
in consideration of getting violated
could
by
potentially be
our
violated
chief
by the ones
executives
that are
and our
violated.
representatives. Those who are supposed to be our representatives, but they're actually acting like a House of Lords.
It's funny how the 4 most important amendments to our rights are getting violated.
Right
so
now.
that the rest of them can be violated.
Amendment 2. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Well, because of the uprise that the citizens have been doing against very totalitarian measures to, keep down a virus that's already gone through our population already, and we already have a herd immunity toward.
Happened way back in December.
No,
Even
it
before
started
that.
way back in December. We shut down in March after practically everyone in the United States caught the damn thing.
Exactly.
So basically, we already have the herd immunity, or we had it. I don't know that we have it anymore with
Everything that's been going on.
exactly the shutdowns, etc. But our governors are considering taking away our ability to protest these totalitarian measures, or they're considering taking them away. Amendment 3 of the Constitution. No soldier in the time of peace no soldier shall in time of peace be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in times of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law. Now, there's an exception in there, but there are no military personnel supposed to be quartered in houses except their own. Now, this is about to be violated because in states like Utah, they are considering having a civilian military force to enforce these quarantine laws. They're called the Tiger Squads or something like that. Anyway, they're basically brown shirt Nazi Gestapo that basically have to live in house with you in order to make sure that you're obeying your governor's guidelines.
Utah.
That's Utah. They're considering
That should be the freest state, not the most socialized, because quote unquote, it's the mountain of the Lord.
I don't think the Lord's in that type of legislation. That right there is a blasphemy against the Lord.
Moving on.
Amendment 4. The right of the people to be sure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated. and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to mark that as one that is being violated even as we speak because of what they're doing to the farmers. Sorry. I'm not sorry. I'll take that back.
Actually, the next one is the one that...
Oh, well, that sounded to me like what they're doing to the farmers. My bad.
Searches and seizures are what they're planning on. Unreasonable searches and seizures are what they're planning on doing to us in order to make sure that we are compliant with the upcoming mandatory vaccinations that are going to be implemented by Bill Gates and Anthony Fauci and what the heck is that lady's Birx, Dr. Birx, I guess. Yeah, they want the mandatory vaccine, and the drug that Fauci is advocating right now, evidently what it does, what one of the side effects is chemical castration.
It means it sterilizes you.
Exactly.
And by the way,
isn't that nuts?
I should actually look that up first. I'm not even going there. Okay. Moving on.
Amendment 5. No person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land and naval forces when in or in the militia when in actual service in times of war or public danger, nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb, or shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation.
That's what I was saying about the farmers. But, unfortunately,
the farmers are being forced to vandalize their products because the factories that process their products are shutting down because they had a few infected employees.
And I'm pretty sure that the government is compensating them.
Yeah.
Just like they're compensating all of us to give up our rights.
Just like they're compensating us because they stole our access to making a living. They stole it. Of course, this also comes to the fact that they steal money from us in taxes.
Yeah.
Amendment 6. In all crimes, prosecutions... one minute. This right here is not one that's being violated now. It's one that's violated off and on throughout our history whenever a breach of the rule of law is made. And there have been some pretty bad breaches. In all crimes, in all criminal prosecutions, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with the witnesses against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of counsel for his defense. That has been violated in several cases just recently before the outbreak. Amendment 7. In suits at common law where the value in controversy shall exceed shall exceed $20, the right of trial by jury shall be preserved, and no fact tried by a jury shall be otherwise re-examined in any court of the United States than according to the rules of the law of the common law. That one also has been being violated recently before the outbreak of this virus.
So there you have it. The things that are being directly
10 of our first 10 of the First Amendments have been being broken.
Now or in the past?
Now or in the past. And they were broken because people were telling us.
And four of our major rights are being violated.
Right.
Even as we speak.
Now.
And we're not doing anything about it.
We need to do something about it. We need to go and educate our public servants. They
need to do for us.
They are not our leaders. They are our servants. We are the leaders of our country. We need to step up to the plate and take responsibility.
Because America isn't America anymore. We need to make America again.
And that is our responsibility. We are responsible for corrupting our nation. We need to take responsibility back and uncorrupt our nation.
Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned a lot.
Good night.